morning, everyone. I'm here today to present the 35th annual report to Congress on the state of human rights around the world. The struggle for human rights begins by telling the truth, over and over again. And this report represents a year of sustained truth-telling by one of the largest organizations documenting human rights conditions in the world, the United States State Department. I want to thank Assistant Secretary Mike Posner and the Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights, and Labor, and our hundreds of colleagues in embassies around the world for working so hard to make this report an honest compendium of global human rights issues. I also want to thank the many people around the world who monitor and fight for human rights in their own societies, and from whose information and recommendations we greatly benefit. In recent months, we have been particularly inspired by the courage and determination of the activists in the Middle East and North Africa, and in other repressive societies who have demanded peaceful democratic change and respect for their universal human rights. The United States will stand with those who seek to advance the causes of democracy and human rights, wherever they may live, and we will stand with those who exercise their fundamental freedoms of expression and assembly in a peaceful way, whether in person, in print, or in pixels on the internet. Here at the State Department, human rights is a priority 365 days a year. It is part of the mission of each of our ambassadors. It is on my agenda or on Undersecretary Otero's or anyone else's who meets with foreign leaders. And it is a core element of the Obama administration's foreign policy because it actually is in line with our values, our interests, and our security. History has shown that governments that respect their people's rights do tend over time to be more stable, more peaceful, and ultimately more prosperous. We were particularly disturbed by three growing trends in 2010. The first is a widespread crackdown on civil society activists. For countries to progress toward truly democratic governance, they need free and vibrant civil societies that can help governments understand and meet the needs of their people. In China, we've seen negative trends that are appearing to worsen in the first part of 2011. As we have said repeatedly, the United States welcomes the rise of a strong and prosperous China, and we look forward to our upcoming strategic and economic dialogue with Beijing and to our continued cooperation to address common global challenges. However, we remain deeply concerned about reports that since February, dozens of people, including public interest lawyers, writers, artists, intellectuals, and activists, have been arbitrarily detained and arrested. Among them most recently was the prominent artist Ai Weiwei, who was taken into custody just this past Sunday. Such detention is contrary to the rule of law, and we urge China to release all of those who have been detained for exercising their internationally recognized right to free expression and to respect the fundamental freedoms and human rights of all of the citizens of China.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Oh, yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did, Peter. I just saw it.
All right, take it easy.
China has responded to U.S. criticism about its human rights record by publishing a report about the United States' own record. The Information Office of China's State Council released a 2010 report in response to the U.S. State Department's country reports on human rights practices issued on Friday. And the Chinese report says that the American one is full of distortions and accusations about the human rights record in more than 190 countries, but turns a blind eye to its own human rights situation. It says the United States uses human rights as, quote, a political instrument to defame other nations' image for its own strategic interests, while illustrating the U.S.'s dismal record.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Oh, yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did, Peter. I just saw it.
All right, take it easy.